Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Moletrap here coming at you with another game from the round of 16 from Group A from the Ever 2004 OSL. And this is going to be a match between Max and Julyzerg. And if you don't want spoilers about this game, I'm going to explain a little bit about it, and then I'll give you a timestamp to fast forward so you don't know exactly what's going on, okay? So it's not spoiling anything to say that this is one of the tiebreaker matches. So this is part of the tiebreakers. In the way that this group stage situation works, you have all the players play each other round robin, and then, and I mean, it's not a spoiler assuming you've watched the previous games, by the way. If you're just like randomly watching this, you might want to go back and watch the whole series. And there should be a link to a playlist containing all of the games in this this OSL, actually. But in any case, if you have a situation in the group where one player gets 3-0 and three other players get 1 and 2 records in the group, then you can actually have a three-way tie. And then the players have to play tiebreakers against each other who tied, and you can actually even have ties in the tiebreakers. And I think the longest I've ever seen it go was a triple tiebreaker, where you had the 6 initial games, and then you had 3 tiebreaker games, and then 3 more tiebreaker games, and then 3 more tiebreaker games in order to break the tie. So anyway, so if you don't want a spoiler about this exact situation, go ahead and fast forward to the, let's say, 2-minute mark on this video, and then I'll be done talking about it. So in any case, right now in this situation, basically Julyzerg, if he wins, he's already got a win under his belt against Rock. If he wins, he's going to advance. If he loses, then we go to a third tiebreaker series. So that's the situation right now. So this is pretty crucial for both players for sure. But in any case, so if you're just back joining in right now, I don't remember if I mentioned it at the beginning or not, because I'm losing my mind after watching Rock versus Max. But Julyzerg is the yellow Zerg in the bottom left, and Max is the red Zerg in the top right. And it looks like Julyzerg going for a very, very early pool with speed as well, and a drone scout to see where his opponent is. So this is a super rush build, but the thing is Max is doing the same thing. He's also got his pool up early, and he's got the gas mine up to get his early speed upgrade, and he's transferred the drones back to his minerals as well. So both players going for very, very aggressive early builds, neither player wanting to lose to a cheese, so both players playing very, very strong early builds. And you know, it's basically you're not going to lose to a rush, but you do lose to like a 12 hat or a 12 pool, I think, with this build, because then you're at an economic disadvantage. But you know, then it turns into a longer ZVZ because it's a very, very large map. Well, not very large map, but it's a large map, and as it happens, they're both in cross positions actually, and they didn't know that when they started, but now they know that, and so they can make their decisions accordingly. But and that's exactly why we're going to see Max go out here and build a hatchery, it looks like, in his natural expansion, I believe, unless it's some kind of scouting. I don't know. Julyzerg opting. Yeah, so he's going to build it. Okay, that's right. This is the map where you have like a choke point and there's like a few minerals there. So this is actually a really good spot for him because it's actually pretty close to his main. So it's relatively well protected. And interestingly, we have one drone back on gas. So basically Max is making kind of more of an investment in a longer game. He's getting a little bit of gas intake slowly and steadily. And he's actually going to lose a Ling for free. Is he going to lose 2? Maybe not. And you know, Julyzerg is very, very well known for being an aggressive player, so I'm a little surprised by this strategy. Julyzerg, of course, getting his own hatchery, of course. I just said of course twice. And actually he's trying to push in here with more Zerglings, and he is going to be able to push those Zerglings back. Max is going to be forced to either cancel this hatchery, or if he's got Zerglings morphing right now, he might be able to tie things up, but it looks like he's going to try and fight with drones instead. He does not have any larvae. He just popped an Overlord, so Julyzerg is just like built 6 extra Zerglings and might just win the game right here. The extra drone on gas turned out to not be very useful. He's not ever going to be able to make a lair, and instead he could have been mining more minerals and making more Zerglings, and he looks like he's just going to lose. So Julyzerg just making the extra hatchery, but then going for more Zerglings, and I'm not sure, you know, where Max was investing his energy. Probably he'd made more drones and expected the distance across the map to protect him, and it didn't, and so he's gonna lose the game. So that was quick. what was that, 3.5 minutes or something like that for that game? 4.5 minutes? Very quick game. Julyzerg takes it. And is it a spoiler to say what happens at the end of the game? I don't think it is. So I'm just going to tell you that this was the final game in the tiebreakers. And before, I think I casted another game between these two that Julyzerg also won. And I said that it was the final game, and it wasn't. This was. So Julyzerg has advanced, and he's going to go to the round of 8. So that's the situation right now. Max has been eliminated. And kind of sorry to see him go. Like I said, he turned out to be a stronger player than I expected, and so I was impressed by his play in this series. You know, I casting this right after I casted his game against Rock, and so the vision of him throwing away Zergling against walls of Zealots and Archons is still in my mind. That was a little bit of a mistake, but you know, we can forgive him for that. That was a fun game. But anyway, so Rock's gonna be. I'm sorry. Max is going to be eliminated, and Rock's going to be eliminated as well. So the final standings for this group are that Xellos and Julyzerg are going to advance from the group to the round of 8 to the semifinals, and I'm sorry, the quarterfinals. So excited to see them go on. The two stronger players for sure, but it was definitely dicey for Julyzerg, having to go to the tiebreakers, and almost, you know, that ZVZ could have gone a different way, and he could have lost the tiebreakers as well. So you never know. So okay, yeah, I think if Max had won that game, then Max would have to face Rock again in another tiebreaker, I think, and then that would determine if there are more tiebreakers or if Max advanced, basically. So that's the situation. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching, GG, and that is it for Group A of the round of 16. And I'm going to be moving on and doing Group B here pretty soon. Hopefully, first games will be up in a day or two after you see this one. And thanks for watching. I'm excited about Group B as well, and I will make sure that I'm more sensical and organized about the group stage now that I know how they work. All right. Thanks for watching. GG.